Hello again, YouTube. This is Reuben Hoyle, or as you might know me by a different website as the Dual Express, with part 2 of my Advanced Ancient Gear deck. What I have up first is Ancient Gear Castle. It increases the attack points of all Ancient Gear monsters on the field by 300 points. Each time a monster is normal summoned or set, put one counter on this card. If you tribute summon a monster that includes Ancient Gear in the card name, you can substitute this card as the tribute if the number of counters are equal to or greater than the number of required tributes. What's up next is Ancient Gear Drill. You can only activate this card by discarding one card from your hand while you control an Ancient Gear monster on your side of the field. Select one spell card from your deck and set it on your side of the field. You can't activate that spell card that turn. Next up is Ancient Gear Explosive. You target one Ancient Gear monster on your side of the field when you activate this card. Destroy the targeted monster and inflict damage equal to half its original attack points to your opponent. Sorry about that, by the way. Ugh, sometimes my tongue gets a little twisted. Anyway, Ancient Gear Factory is up next. Select one Ancient Gear monster in your hand and show it to your opponent. Remove from play Ancient Gear monsters in your graveyard whose total levels are equal to double the selected card's level. You don't have to tribute when you normal summon the selected card that turn. Next is Ancient Gear Fist. You can only equip this card to an Ancient Gear monster. Destroy any monster it battles with at the end of the damage step. Next up is Ancient Gear Tank. You can only equip this to an Ancient Gear monster, and it gains 600 attack points. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, inflict 600 points of damage to your opponent. Now is Ancient Gear Workshop. Add one Ancient Gear monster in your graveyard to your hand. Next up is 2 copies of the field spell Gear Town. Both players can tribute summon Ancient Gear monsters with one less tribute than required. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you could special summon one Ancient Gear monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Next up is the magic card Limiter Removal. It doubles the attack points of all machine-type monsters on your side of the field. During the end phase of the turn Limiter Removal is activated, all machine-type monsters on your side of the field are destroyed. Next up is Magnet Circle Level 2. You can special summon one Level 2 or lower machine-type monster from your hand. Next is Nightmare Steel Cage. This card remains on the field for 2 of your opponent's turns. No monsters can attack, and the card's destroyed during your opponent's second end phase after this card is activated. Next up is Scapegoat. The turn you activate Scapegoat, you can't summon any monsters that turn, which includes flip summoning and special summoning, but setting monsters is okay. It summons 4 sheep tokens to your side of the field. In defense mode, And these tokens can't be tributed for a tribute summon. Next up is Spell Gear. Send 3 Ancient Gear cards you control to the graveyard. Then you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear Golem from your hand and 1 from your deck, ignoring the summoning conditions. Then destroy all monsters you control except Ancient Gear Golem. And you can't normal summon or set until the end of the next turn you activate this card. And finally, Swords of Revealing Light. It flips all your opponent's monsters face up. This card remains on the field for 3 of your opponent's turns, and while this card is face up on the field, your opponent can't declare an attack. Well, that's basically it for the spell card copy, or section, rather. Tune into the next video for the trap cards for Advanced Ancient Gear.